slings coming at you. Another behind the scenes with slings, and this time it's going to be on energy effects. So some of the things you're going to need will be a paintbrush, some hot glue sticks, which you can get a whole bag of these at Walmart for mad cheap now. They have like an arts and crafts thing, or there is the dollar store you can get them from too. A glue gun, and I just like to use a mini glue gun, and some paint. And this stuff, it's fabric paint. It's like to draw on t-shirts and stuff. I think it gives it a really good like still glowing effect, and this stuff is really cheap too. So again, you can pick it up at Walmart. Man, I sure do plug Walmart a lot. And then lastly, you're going to need something like a stick or something like that, something to create it. Now what I've been using lately is like at bars they have stirring sticks like this, and it's clear. See if you can get it. Yeah, kind of can get it. It's clear, so it makes it pretty cool for like an energy effect. This is like they'll put like the olives in this and then throw it in the martinis and stuff like that. That's good to use. Or if you go to like an edible arrangement or something like that, they'll use these to stick the fruit on and stuff like that, and then they'll stick it down in the styrofoam. So these are really good to use too. That's what those are back there. I'm using the stick to point. So yeah, that's a couple things. And then depending on where you're going to do the stuff, you might need some like cooking oil or olive oil or something like that to so you don't get stuff stuck. So I just use some basic olive oil. You might not need this at all. It depends on where you're going to do your effects at. So real quick, let me just show you. I got a couple things set up just to show you. This one here, I won't be showing you this probably today. It's a really long process. I'm just going to tell you how I did that. That's just an energy blast coming from Cyclops. And what it is it's a twist tie on either end, and then I just bent it at the end. I described how I made this before, and then I just hot glued in between it. So that was real easy, and then I painted it, and I used this stuff here. You know, like I said, it's fabric paint, and it keeps it really like, keeps the glow going. So, and then there I got a like a blast effect, which that's what I use the olive oil for, because I put it on the countertop when I make it, and I'll show you that in a minute. And then these are some of those sticks coming off of Iron Man. That's from the edible arrangements, and I just hot glued around, and I'll show you how I made that with another blast effect in the back. Man, I love this Iron Man figure. Just the flaw on it, if you show it from the back, is, you know, there's some other energy effects, and I'll show you how to make those too. These look good as like power, like coming off of like Johnny or Doom or something. So I'm going to take one of the sticks that I got from one of the edible arrangements, and what's cool about some of these, like this one is smooth, and then this one has a couple like bumps on it. I like to use these because it just gives it more of an effect. Take the hot glue gun, and I'm just going to start it off, and I'm going to speed this up probably. Just keep going round and round. See if I can get closer. Doesn't matter how messy it is. You know, use a lot of it too. It looks better the more you use. And so I'm almost to the end, finally. And I'm almost out of this glue stick too. It's completed with just the hot glue going around it. Then what I'll do is, oop, and I got some on me. I'll just take my paint and wait for it to dry a little bit. Alright, so it's dry. Now I'm just going to paint. And I'm just going to do a little bit of it, and I just want to show you. Just put it on thick, but then spread it out. And I'll show you that it's still kind of transparent. Alright, that's enough. See See how it's still kind of see-through? I got to spread it out actually some more than that. But it still comes through pretty good. Then what I'll usually do is, and I'm not going to do it right now because you guys get the point, but I'll take like another color, like an orange, and I'll go over it again. This is red I'm using right now. And then I'll take a hint of black and I'll just dry brush it with the black. It just brings it out a little bit more. Or sometimes I use white. I'll dry brush it with white. And it just looks pretty dope like that. So, there we go. It's still pretty translucent. Looks pretty good. It's how to make these. Alright, that's those. And here's just a shorter one. And this is out of, like I said, the martini olive things. That's all this one is. So next up I'm going to show you the energy effects like this, and the blast effect like, well, that or that. And this is where the olive oil comes in. So I have a countertop. It's nice and smooth and everything. And I just take a dab of olive oil and I put it down. This way the hot glue doesn't stick to my countertop. Like I said, you guys might not have to use that. I just spread it around. It'll peel right off real easy. So that's what I use that for. And I'll take my hot glue gun, which I have to reload. Put another, and I'll put it down where let's see if I can angle this, where I had the olive oil. I'll start off in a circular. Let me try that. There we go. And then I'll just have some like sun rays coming off of it. I gotta reload here. Reload. And these don't have to be any certain pattern or anything like that, just however you want it. That's it. I'm probably totally going off camera here, I'm not even paying attention. Alright, now you can barely even see this thing. I'll have to wait a little bit for it to dry. And while it's drying, let's see, I gotta find where I put the olive oil down now. I'm gonna have to put just a little bit more because I can't remember where I put it. Alright, so I put down some more olive oil. Now here I'm just gonna stack the glue. Just gonna keep bringing it up, This you're gonna go through a lot of glue with too, trying to make one of these. But a bag of those sticks is only like $1 to $5. Anyways, I'm gonna lay a lot of it down here. My glue gun's fucking up. Okay, that's enough. Then I'll take a plastic knife and I'll just work at the glue. Bring it up, let it dry off the knife for a second. Bring up another side. I don't know if you can kind of see, my shadow's kind of blocking it. There it is. Let it fall back down, bring it up again. Now I'm getting more of like a flame, and you'll see it when I... Anyways, you just keep working it. And then you gotta let it dry. So now I got this one, my first one dry. And I'm just gonna take the knife, and I'm just gonna raise up on it, the edges of it. The olive oil really helps with this. Brings it right up. Once you get it started, it's usually pretty easy to get the rest of it up. Anyways, so there you have it. Okay, then of course I'll go back to the same process as before and paint it, and then like the little strings that are hanging off, I'll just cut those off. I'll just start painting it just to show you that it stays pretty translucent. And there it is, painted now. Like I said, I'll cut this piece off right here, and that's about it. It's still kind of see-through. You're not going to see it too well on here, but... And I'll add a different color to it, and once it dries, the transparency still really comes through on it. Here's the other piece, and it comes off pretty easy. I worked it off a little bit already, but you can see where I had it. There's no residue of the glue anywhere. It's nice and smooth because of the wax. I mean, because of the olive oil, so it didn't do any damage there. Make sure you use that olive oil if you're going to use it on a countertop, otherwise it will stick on there. It'll be a bitch to get it off, and yeah. So This one doesn't look that great to me, so I'm just going to add, now that it's already dry, I'm going to add another layer of glue to it, just to give it a little something extra. Sometimes I have no idea what I'm making, so it just, you know, I hope something cool comes out of it. Sometimes they do, and sometimes they look good, sometimes they don't, you know, so let's again just do the push-up process. Move it all around. Anyways, it's looking a little bit better. I'll let that sit there and dry. So I think it's pretty much dry. Peel this up, test it. Remember guys, the hot glue is hot, hence the name, hot glue. So let me just show it to you now that I got it complete. So I think that one came out pretty good. It's going to look a lot better when I paint it. There they all are, the 3 I showed you how to make today, and they're all painted up. Like I said, once this coat dries, then I'll add another coat of a different color and maybe some shading in it. But let me just show you through the light what they look like. See how they glow pretty good. So I know iLegend was kind of asking, he was making some construct and he was asking what paint to use to make it still kind of see-through. This is the stuff to use, man. This is it right here. Yeah, you can still see through it, you know. So there's my finger on the other side of it. Anyways, I don't know if you could tell that or not, but so that's it, guys. There will not be any more behind the scenes with slings until after the tournament's over. I got a couple more tricks, but I'm going to save a few things for the tournament. And the ACBA tournament will be starting up soon, so yeah, to all you guys that have got your slot already, congrats, and to those still waiting to see if you're in, hope you make it, and can't wait for that thing to start up. And I want to hand out a thank you of the week here, and it's to my man PJ Custom. Did a little trade with them for this lizard figure. This thing is dope, man. I have this already, but it's in a box. I still haven't cracked open that Fearsome Foes box, so now I finally got one of them out. And man, he is sick. I really love him, dude. He's an awesome figure. That's the lizard I was using, kind of cartoonish. Still pretty good, even though it doesn't have articulation. I like the sculpt on it. It's a perfect McFarlane lizard. But this one I think just surpassed it in every way. Just a really cool figure. He also sent me a bunch of, like, see all these little props here? The boxes and the gas cans. There's some more cans back there. And he sent me this bottle. And so he sent me a bunch of little props and a note too. So I just want to thank him. He also drew on the box that he sent me. Some pretty cool artwork, man. I like that Venom. That's pretty dope. The new Venom symbol. So thanks a lot to PJ Customs. Go check out his channel if you haven't already. He does some really good ACBA, man. He's got a lot of good poses. He took first place with me in Paint Customs contest, and really cool dude. So alright guys, I'll see you after the tournament. Peace. Oh yeah, and he sent me some cash too. I forgot about this. I love this, man. I'm gonna make it rain in here.